Hey,
Hi,
Suzanne.
I'm
Hi.
Suzanne with TVMEG. How are you? TVMEG.com. How are you doing this afternoon, Brec?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. I'm very glad to be here. I'm a big fan from Stargirl, so
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
I love that show.
I'm biased, but me too.
Yeah,
I
right. So, what made you want to do this project?
think there was a few things that really intrigued me about this movie. I think first and foremost, the fact that it's based on a true story. I am a huge crime junkie, or true crime person. Crime Junkie is one of the podcasts that I listen to. And I think as an actor, like it's always such a great opportunity of getting to bring like real voices to life. My dog is my dog in the interview, great.
Aw,
Um,
hey,
and
sweetie.
and then also, I loved that it was a period piece. Once again, like as an actor, I feel like getting to throw myself into a completely different time period is a really fun, cool opportunity.
And they did a good job with that because I was in high school in the 70s and everything looked perfect.
Oh, well, great. I know. So I always like, I had a lot of conversations with my mom because she grew up in the 70s. She was born in the 60s. And just even like the little lingo that she would use and trying to implement as much as that as possible.
Oh, that's great. So, your character is very different in this movie from the two roles I've seen you in as Courtney in Stargirl and Dawn in the VC Andrews miniseries. Was it a challenge to do something completely different like this?
It was a challenge, but it was really fun. I love pushing myself and I've heard some people refer to Margaret as like somewhat of an antagonist at points of the movie, which is very polar opposite to Stargirl and Dawn.
Right.
Um, but it was so important for me, even like despite some of maybe like the more antagonist type scenes, for her to still um like have reasonings and heart behind her actions, even though she might be bickering with her sister, like still have that sisterly bond. And so it was really fun to try to like balance that throughout the film.
Right. And what did you like best about working on the film?
Oh goodness. Um, you know what? We filmed in Shreveport during the pandemic, which had a lot of different challenges, just like filming during the lockdown and but has a loud airplane. But with that, I feel like I got so close to the cast and crew, and we were kind of all in it together. And getting to build that community so quickly in like such a short period of time was really special to me.
Good. They have some great food in Shreveport.
Yeah, and some casinos, and but once again, because it was like still middle of the pandemic, we were
Right.
like just with ourselves. But we had family dinners, and Madison and I lived across the street from like not across the street. We were like in rooms across the hallway from each other. I said across the street,
That's
so
okay.
it was.
That's cool. And are you a fan of horror and suspense movies?
I am. I was more so when I was younger. Like for me, my dad and I bonded over horror films. Every Friday we would go to Blockbuster and pick out a new horror film to watch together. And then I got to be a little scaredy cat as I grew older, which you feel like it should be the opposite, but it wasn't for me. But over the past year with this movie and 47 meters down, I've gotten to kind of like get back into the horror side of the movies, which is really fun.
That's good. And the ending was left a little bit open. If they have a sequel, would you appear in it again?
Absolutely. I think because it's based on a true story, it would be like maybe like a different victim story with a different serial killer, but
Right.
absolutely. I loved the team. I loved Warren. I would love to work with them again.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to me. I really appreciate it. I'm glad to finally get to talk to you.
All right. No, thank you for talking to me and asking me great questions.
All right. Bye, dog. What's the dog's name?
Alfie, he says bye.
Oh, he's so cute.
I'm
I'm
obsessed.
in the other room. She barks.